Welcome everybody to the flipped class. Alright, today we're going to talk about scientific notation. And I'm going to move very quickly through this and just give you a couple of examples because I want you guys to be able to work with me on this in class, and we're going to do plenty of examples in class, but this will be a nice reference for you to be able to go back to. But before we jump to that, check this out. It's a little bit of a brain teaser. You see, each parking space is numbered. What parking space is covered by the car? What number would be there? I want you to have that for tomorrow. Write it down, or the next time I see you, write it down, bring it to class. Okay, let's jump into scientific notation. First of all, we know when we multiply by powers of 10, okay? So in this example, we have 4,325 times 1,000. Well, we know this number times 1 isn't going to change. We're going to have 4,325. Now we see we have these 3 zeros that we need to bring down. So we need to add 3 zeros. Voila! 4,325,000 is our new answer. That's some basic math, okay? Just to give us a little bit of a clue there. Now, let's say, just for example, that number had been 10,000. Well, we just would add another 0, and we'd have to move around our commas, but we just add another 0. Okay, when you see 4.123 times 10 to the 5th power, the first part is a number that is greater than or equal to 1 and less than 10. So it's somewhere between 1 and 9.99999, we could go on, right? But it's 1 or greater, and it's less than 10. The second part, we have a multiplication symbol, but then the second part is a power of 10. So in this case, 10 to the 5th power. And I'm going to show you how to use this here. We have 8,296,000. It's a big number. Scientific notation helps us write large numbers like this in a shorthand method, kind of a smaller way to write it. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We know our decimal point would be at the very end, right? Now, of course we do. So what we're going to do is we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we've moved the decimal over 6 places. So now instead of that big number, we have 8.296. And what do you think our power of 10 is going to be? Well, you may have guessed it. It's going to be 8.296 times 10 to the power of 6. Now remember, I'm going to use blue this time. So we move the decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how we get the power of 6. Okay? Vice versa. Now we have a scientific notation expression here, 3.2, or 3 and 2 tenths, times 10 to the 7th power. Well, I'm going to write 3.2, and then I'm going to move my decimal this time to the right 7 places, because it's to the 7th power. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so my number ends up, and I'm going to write it down here just to make it a little nicer looking, and I can also add my commas. My number ends up being 32 million. Okay, those are just a couple of quick examples. We're going to look at this more in depth in class, but just remember, I would like to see that parking lot answer. I want to see what you guys get, and I'll see you next time.